Everybody, catchcamper.com here. I'm getting ready to take out this window to replace it with the thin shade window from AP Products. You can see that's the box right there, and you can see it gives you a see-through window with a pull-down blind. So the first step on the whole project, of course, is reading the instructions. Then you come and you tape the outside of the window. I used a lot of tape because I'm using kind of old painting tape, so it's not really bonding as good as you want, but I've already started this. So you can see the glass is loose. So the idea here is on the outside to tape it so the whole thing doesn't come falling out. So the next step is come on the inside and take out the inside frame. Now, most of them probably have screws around on the frame. Mine didn't, so you had to use a little pry bar, and gently I was able to do it without hurting the door. But you gently start popping this out. This is not going to be reusable when it's done, but you can see I've got it mostly out already. We'll just go ahead and pull it out. And then, let's see if I can set this up so you guys can see.
Ready before you start taping?
I'm already taping, dear. See a bit. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to carefully push this back out. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glass out next. Now I'll set that here where I can break it later. It's my dry sarcasm. Now, you can take all this tape off. Pull that one right out. Alright. Hopefully you guys saw that. I can't see yet. Nothing else, you got to see the back of my head. Alright, so that's step one. Now for step two, we'll go inside real quick. Alright, step two I already did. You take the outside glass. Okay, you take the outside frame, which has these receiver screw holes, and you set the glass. I clean the glass, even though you see my fingerprints. I clean the glass, and then you set it in, and it kind of lines up by being inside of these little plastic trays, so it's really easy to line up, and you can see through the glass there's a bead of a type of caulk in there. So it's actually, you can see if I lift it up, it's actually kind of stuck in place. I wouldn't trust it by that. And then it also has this other bead of caulk that's going to make it adhere to the door. And on the inside frame, you have the frame, of course, and it has a top and a bottom. And if you look at it, you can see how deep this part of the plastic frame is compared to the bottom is shallow. So that's the top, and you take the top, and this is the shade assembly, and you click the shade in up here. Notice it has curved corners, so the curves go into the curves. And then this is the bottom of the whole thing, and you can see there's a string in between. It also clicks in and has the curved corners. So now the next step is for me to take the outer part, slide it in, and tape it in so it doesn't fall out. So I'm going to set that up, and the next step is tape the window to the frame and then the frame to the door. My masking tape's horrible, so I use electrical tape, which really doesn't work either. So get some good masking tape. Don't be a knucklehead like me. I'll probably break it and have to buy a new one, which will really stink. But anyway, so I've slid the outer frame in with the glass. So now okay, hopefully you guys saw some of that. You might have noticed, it'll probably be fast forwarded in the final video, but I had the shade in backwards, so don't do what I did. When you put the shade assembly together, there's this little lip, and the lip should stick through the inner. I had the other direction, so it wouldn't fit, but then once you get it in there, there it goes. Works up and down. My original plan was put screws in the bottom, a screw in the top, but the top wasn't quite reaching, so I started at the bottom, and hopefully you can see through my head. I worked my way up, and that pulled the top up. That way I didn't have to worry about the whole thing falling out the other side. So I took the tape off, and there you can see. Can't really see through it. The inside lights are on. Even, oops, what are we looking at there? Oh, that's reflection of the house. So getting a reflection of the house, not seeing through the window, as opposed to fastener windows. So I think that looks a lot nicer and really easy to install. A lot of people complain about having troubles with the blinds. As long as you don't screw up like I did, put them in the correct direction, they work okay. A lot of people have talked about, you know, you gotta open the screen to close the blind, but how many times are you opening and closing those blinds? For us, we'll close it at night and we open it in the morning. So, and then from the inside, so you can see what it's like from the inside looking out. And for me, you know, our door is right behind the passenger seat, and so it's not 100%, but it gives me a little better view if I need to like check my right side, especially if I'm by myself, to see if somebody's coming. So I'm real happy with it. You saw it was pretty easy to install, even if you screw up and have to do it a second time. People talk about needing 3 hands. If you tape it out there and you're careful you don't push the other one out, you click the shade in place like it's supposed to. It was easy peasy. So thanks for watching my video. catscamper.com, or I should start saying on my YouTube, which is probably where you're watching this. It's Cats Camper blog at Gmail. So we'll see you at the campground. catscamper.com.